And pretty much that's what it is. Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy YouTube Blue coming back at you again on this live stream this Thursday evening. Going into yet another weekend. Um, yeah. First of all, I should have said mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Anybody in the chat yet? I think I'm gonna wait for some people to show up real quick because I don't want to be talking to myself. Because YouTube algorithms be messing up like a mug. I don't know what's going on with this. Let's see. I don't see any chats. Let's see. Mic check 1 2. I think I got something. I can see something on the feed here. Okay. Yeah. Holla if you hear me. Participants pop out little chat. Toggle time share. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Who's that? Isaac Ramirez. What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Try to wait for some more people to come in before I start ranting because I don't want to keep repeating myself. Because yeah. Who else we got in the chat? Who's ready to see some Cowboys playoff football? Because it's a lot of hate going on right now for our team. So um, I never listen to a lot of that outside noise anyway. What's going on, Richard? How you doing? Um, I definitely want to talk about. You said what they call themselves now. I think they're going to be the Admirals. I think that might be their new name, the Admirals. That's that. Now that's going to be an interesting name. South Texas, what's going on, man? God bless to you too, brother. Um, yeah, Richard Admirals. I think that's going to be the name. I'm not sure though, but that's what I heard. So that's gonna be hell of a change. I kind of wonder if their stadium's going to change too. Like, is FedEx still going to support the stadium because they need to do something with the stadium? You know, with me living here in the area, like I'm literally like 20 minutes from the stadium, so like that they I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I don't know if they're gonna rebuild it, renovate it, move somewhere, but yeah, but that's on them. We could talk to Rio about that in the off season. That'll definitely be some off season talk. Maybe I could do a live stream with Rio in the off season. We could talk about stuff like that. Because he's a diehard Washington fan, so I got to give it to him. I tell people all the time, and I talk to you guys all the time about this. If you down for your team, you are going to be with them, win, lose, or draw. It don't matter. I mean, look at the Lions right now. The Lions have decades of not winning anything, and I'm not just talking about a Super Bowl. I'm talking about like actually playoffs, and at least with us, we've had years where okay, we had a playoff win here, we had um, division, winning the division here. I mean, but it's hard to win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, everybody looks at Tom Brady and just thinks that everybody can do that. Everybody can't win a Super Bowl. Look at how many players come into the league and never get to the big game. I mean, it's hard to get to. You got to have a lot of things that go your way. So we're going to talk about some of that stuff and some scenarios tonight, as far as you know, us going to the playoffs and what can we do to get better than we have been before. So I'm gonna say this: how I feel about our current situation with the team. I'm feeling okay about the current situation. Hold on one second. Hello. Hey. All right. I'm in the middle of a live stream. I'm gonna call you right back. Okay. All right. Sorry guys. Um, so you said how I'm feeling about the current situation. So this is the thing, right? Kellen Moore has to figure this offense out for the. Hey, what's going on, Jessica? How you doing? I'm not ignoring you. How you doing? Um, you said poo lions. I just look at it like this: we're going to have to going forward, and this is how every team has to go into the playoffs, because teams know at this point it's the end of the season. They've seen everything you've done all year. You have to do something different. You can't be predictable, right? And everybody knows what Kellen Moore's tendencies are. Kellen Moore doesn't like to run the ball, and that's just because of where he comes from. He comes from a family of gunslingers, right? And this just is how he coaches. Um, but he has to learn that you have to keep the ball on the ground sometimes. And the problem is when he thinks that the run doesn't work, he's going to revert back to that pass. But we have to utilize what we have. We have Zeke. We have Tony Pollard. You got Corey Clement. These guys can run the damn ball. You have to do different things with these guys to create space. Our offensive line don't suck. You have to allow them to run between the tackles. If not, hit the ball outside. Um, what happened to the RPO? What happened to our screens? What happened to our hurry up offense? Like that tempo that we're running, it works. I don't understand why we don't do it enough. Um, if we can get better at that on offense going into the playoffs, and the way that our defense is playing, oh, we can go far into the playoffs. We could finally get to an NFC title game. And I think that everything's setting up for us to play Green Bay if we get to that point in the championship game. Big J, what up, bro? What's going on, man? How you doing? Your Jessica says, "Get them 6 rings, baby." What up, Kid Mecca? How you doing, bro? This running joke, bro. When people complain about our Cowboys, I say it could be worse. At least we're not Detroit, right? And again, I hear so much complaining and this and that. I completely understand why the fans are griping, right? They're griping because they're tired of hearing the talking heads out there keep underestimating Dallas Cowboys, said that we're going to squander our chance for the Super Bowl. We're the same old Cowboys, blah, blah, blah. But that's the thing. We're not the same old Cowboys because we don't have the same coaching staff. We're just different. We're built different. But we do have a young team. So it's on the coaching staff to get them to a place mentally where they're focused on going forward. Now, I love what I'm hearing from Micah Parsons, although he's got COVID right now. And about the whole COVID thing, I wanted to talk about that because do you guys think, and I wanted to wait for more people to come in the chat so I can really get a good contingency of base because I want to get y'all's opinion about this. And I was thinking about this earlier today while I was at work about the whole because they're trying to say that Trayvon Diggs is sick. Some other guys are sick, not COVID, but sick. So are they just trying to rest these guys and just saying that they're on the COVID list? Because when you look at the Eagles roster right now, they got a lot of their starters that are on that list, right? But I don't think half of them even are sick for real. I just think that they're taking advantage of the list and putting them on there so they don't have to um, move stuff around on their roster. They can just put them on that list and then just bring other guys up and play. I think that that's what they're doing. If the games of the playoff come down to Greg the Leg, are you confident that he'll make it? And here's the thing, Big J. Look at those games. Zerline misses his first kick in games, but he always makes everyone after that. You ever notice that? In most of the games, that is. I don't think that's been in every game, but in most of the games, that's been. For whatever reason, it's like he comes out there and he's rusty on that first kick, and it's like, ah, shit, I missed it. But then after that, it's like he warms up, and all of a sudden, what up, hero party? After that, he plays better and he kicks better. It's just it's really weird. I don't know. But the thing about Greg, you can't do anything with him right now because there's nobody out there that's better than him that's gonna come in and just play. So you kind of just damned if you do and damned if you don't. We didn't had him all season. Bones wants him. It is what it is. I mean, there's nothing we can do. We have to ride with him and just hope for the best. Hope for the best. Now, what we have to do really is not even have to put Greg in a position to win us a game. On offense, we just got to play better. We got to score more points. And that's how you get to a point where his kicks may not matter. If he makes it, cool. If he don't, hey, live to see another day. I have not heard that mess. People just fickle and foolish. Um, but yeah. But I really think that teams are actually doing that right now. They're actually putting players on a sick list, just so they don't have to play their starters, which is kind of weird in my opinion, because we already know what you're doing. What are you two? Fourth seed is where we need to be when this offense is performing like the well-oiled machine, gonna wear out the defense with the threes and outs. Yeah, we got to do something. We gotta like I said, Kellen Moore has to understand that these teams have figured him out. These defensive coordinators are really good. They know how to counteract what he's doing on offense. And he is going to have to utilize the strengths of this offense. Michael Gallup is gone for the year now. I mean, it's the end of the year, but Michael Gallup is done. And we'll talk about him too. Uh, you got to get the ball to Mark Cooper. There's no reason why you can't get the ball to Mark Cooper. Jessica, who's talking negative? Uh, GD, thank you, bro. If we are the fourth seed, we face the Packers in the second round, not the NFC title game. Yeah, you're right about that. That's true. That is true. But that all that is contingent on this last game this Sunday, right? It's all contingent on this last game. Who's gonna win and who's gonna lose? So um, I hope the Eagles will be one and done. Because the Eagles right now think that they're just primed to just win everything all of a sudden. I don't know where that came from. I wasn't too amped to get the first seed. I'd rather them keep playing. And Richard, I said the same thing, bro. Oh, thanks. It's the draft hat. What's going on, Asia? How you doing? What's going on? What up, Raymond? What's good, bro? No, and see, Richard, I was saying the same thing, man. You really have to. Um, I don't want this team to have a bye because, as you know, this team has a track record of whenever we get a bye week, we don't play good coming out of a bye week. This is the type of team that you need to keep pushing. You got to keep churning. You have to keep the momentum going. You can't stop that momentum. Once that momentum stops, and all of a sudden they're not thinking about football no more, and they come back and it's like, what in the whole hell? So that's what you don't want. Um, I believe we are more efficient with CD Coop Lamb as wide receiver core. No shade on Gallup. It really depends on the game, right? I love what Gallup brings to the table because he's that deep ball guy, that 50-50 guy. Um, but I just feel like if we utilize these wide receivers to the best of our ability, we'll be all right. Eastside here, what the hell are you talking about? Making excuses for what? Explain to me what I'm making excuses about. I don't make excuses about anything, bro. I speak facts. And I don't know what you're talking about. Your team got 4 fucking wins. Eastside Harold. You shouldn't even be saying anything. You should actually just be quiet, bruh. How about that? You just mad because your team ain't got 11 wins. Anyway, what up, Victor Lee? Oh yeah, I get my son tomorrow. I have my son this weekend, so it'll be all. It's supposed to snow late tonight again, so we'll see what happens with that. Um, I don't want to buy. We don't play well after bye. We sure don't play well after bye. Really don't. Who we playing in the playoffs? E2. Right now, it could be Arizona, but again, it really depends on this weekend's games, right? Who wins, who loses. Some of that could change, so it's not really 100% yet. But it could be Arizona or it could be the Rams at this point. So pick your poison. How you feel about General Mills? I want Gallup to stay, but I don't know what Jerry, the GM, gonna do. We'll talk about that in a second. Donnell Womack, what up? I love our chances in the playoffs, believe it or not. I do. You got to get hot at the right time. And this is what I tell people all the time. And I've been saying this forever. Making the Super Bowl ain't easy. It ain't. It's sometimes it's not even just about your team's talent. It's more so about your luck going into there. You get to a situation like say like this. You get to a situation where you play a team and you beat that team, and then another team takes care of another team that you really didn't want to see, and it's like they beat them, and it's like okay, woo, we got that other hard team out the way. They're done. They're one and done. And then you just start rolling and you keep rolling and rolling and boom, next thing you know, it's the big game. And you're like, wow, we're here. KVG, what up? Eastside Hero, really? Really? That's you trolling, huh? That's you trolling with your 4 wins? You trolling with your 4 wins? Okay. Bro, there's nothing you could say right now, Eastside. Absolutely nothing that you could say with your team playing like the way they play. Talk about excuses. I don't want to hear nothing about y'all didn't have this, y'all didn't have that. Because when the Cowboys don't have shit, nobody feels sorry for us. So I don't want to hear none of that. Who would you like to face first round if it was up to you, Each? I'll be honest with you. If you're going to if your team is good enough to be in the playoffs, you need to not be afraid of nobody, in my opinion. I really feel like you just need to go in and just do the damn thing. You got to go in and just say, you know what? We are going to play. We are going to beat the team in front of us. And that's it. There's no excuses. You just go in and just do what you need to do. So that's just how I feel about it. Now granted, if there is a situation where you feel like you don't want to play Green Bay at their home because it's cold as fuck right now. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold as hell. And hell, I'm in the DMV and like it's like the 30s, 29, 30. Just imagine it being in the Midwest and Green Bay. Shit, might be negative. It's freezing. And you out there trying to catch a ball, your fingers frozen. Nah, you can't do that. What up, Queen? What it do? What up, Gina? What's going on, Daniel? Okay, I see you, Eagles Nation in here. I see. So Daniel, we were talking about your team as well, and I was basically talking about how, like, I feel like both of our teams are fabricating players being on the sick list because all them players ain't sick. I can guarantee you that they not all sick from y'all team and from our team. Um, Okay, Houston, Texas in the house. Okay, that's what's up. Shout out to Texas in the building. Everybody in Texas. Shout out to all my Texas people. To Cowboys, what's going on? How you doing? Appreciate you always. I think we can beat the Rams. Oh yeah, I think so too. Because again, we know how to play Matt Stafford. So okay, Thomas Stewart. I like the positivity. I like it. I definitely I feel it. I feel it. Um, what up, normal guy? You think Mike McCarthy would put some of his plays in playoff time. I'm pretty sure him and Kellen Moore are coming together to put some things together. I really believe that. What I already read. And this is the thing: when you and I said this many times before, when you get into this situation, when you get into the playoffs, it's grind time. Whatever trick plays you got, whatever stuff that you want to, don't get too cute though. You don't have to get too cute. Just play straight up. You know what your strengths are on offense. And I'm not even gonna talk about the defense because the defense is Dan Quinn got that. My issue is really with Kellen Moore right now, and him just having to learn how to be in the situation. Kellen Moore is new to this situation. I know that, and we have to understand as Cowboy fans that we have a young offensive coordinator. Um, do I think that he's going to be a really good coordinator in the future? I agree, but I just feel like it needs to. He just has to realize that this is the time. This is the crunch time now. There's too many people that are on this staff that are offensive minded, including our head coach. So there's people that needs to be in Kellen Moore's ear saying, "This is what we need to do. We need to implement this. We need to put that." Everybody needs to come together, go get some takeout food, bring their ideas together, bring it to the table, and literally come out there and say, "This is what we're gonna do going forward into the playoffs because we need to shut these people's mouths up that say that we can't do it because I believe we can do it. It's just that we shoot ourselves in the foot, really, because we have the talent. And you look at that Arizona game. Let's give Arizona their credit, right? Arizona's a really good team. Arizona came in there. They have a damn good defensive coordinator. Vance Joseph is a really good defensive coordinator. You got to give them their credit. Give them their credit. They did the damn thing. I agree too. There's an outbreak in both organizations. Sarcasm on 1,000. Right. Outbreak. Kellen Moore about to pull out the duffel and the Cowboys just in the playoffs. Yeah, I believe that that's what he's going to do. But again, we have to run the ball more. Period, because we have running backs. Run the ball. Hey, believe it or not, Zeke is literally at what 941 yards. He he can he can get to that 1,000 yard mark before the end of the season. Well, after this game, I get nervous when Wilson throws the ball. I don't. Cedric Wilson can throw that thing. He used to be a quarterback. So um, I think Wilson should do it more often in the playoffs. That's what I think. You said Arizona's average. I don't think they're average. I really don't. A- The thing about Arizona. So what makes so I get what you're saying, Raymond. Because if you take Kyler Murray out of the situation, then they do kind of become average on offense. But I'm not really talking about on offense. I'm talking about they're talented on defense. They were ready for. I was speaking more on their defense. Their defense was ready for us. They were. They came in there and they studied the hell out of Dak. They studied Kellen Moore's tendencies, and they're like, this motherfucker ain't gonna run the ball. Insert. If we do this, Kellen's not gonna want to run the ball. Okay, and they knew that, and they knew exactly where to hit us, and that's what they did, right in the balls. Appreciate you, Gina. I know you got stuff going on. I appreciate you coming in there. Kellen Moore is like Golden State, throw, throw, throw instead of going into the trenches. Yeah, you got it, man. You got to run that ball, and our biggest strength in running the ball is kicking that thing to the outside. Um, and that's what they need to do. Now, if the Cowboys do win the Super Bowl, they will give Dak his credit because they have no reason to. They have no reason not to. We need to kick the Cardinals' ass next time around. Period. That's right, Gene. What up, Hawk? Cowboys might have a plan for the playoffs and playing possum. You very much could be right about that. You know, maybe they said we didn't because to be honest with you, Arizona needed that win more than we did. Let's keep that 100. Now, had you won, you would have stayed in the second seed, but that's pretty much the only thing. Like, does it matter what seed that you want to go do? Do the Cowboys care what seeding they're in because at a certain point, you got to play the team that's in front of you. And at this point, if you're in the playoffs, you're pretty much a good team because you got there. You said you're more nervous about Greg kicking. I just need our offense to score more points. If our offense is scoring, we ain't got to worry about Greg messing up a game. Oh, you mean Malik Turner? Yeah, Malik Turner will get some more touches because now that Gallup's not in there right now, you're gonna that Cedric moves up to the 3, Malik Turner moves up to the 4, and then Noah Brown will be your 5. So that's pretty much what it's gonna be. Malik Turner's gonna be in there more. You're gonna see him. Trust me, you're gonna see him in the playoffs. Yeah, but Arizona's defense is really good, man. Their defense is and granted they were on a losing streak, but everybody had a losing streak this year. Buccaneers had a losing streak. We were on a losing streak. Every team in the playoffs was on a losing streak. The Rams. So to say that Arizona was on a losing streak and to say that they're just average is not true because they still are a good team. Um, they knew just how to not get an interception on us. The genius of what they were doing, and I don't even think you guys even understand what the Rams did on offense. I mean, the Cardinals. Um, they came out there and they knew what they were going to do with Kyler Murray. They were trying to wear us down. So what they did was they didn't run Kyler Murray. If you notice, he didn't run in the first half. He didn't start running around and doing all that crazy stuff till the third or fourth quarter because they were trying to wear us down. You said dead leg, Greg. That is hilarious. James, I gotta pin that shit. He said dead leg Greg. I'm sorry, bro. That was hilarious. That was funny. Dead leg Greg. Damn, bro. Damn. That's funny. Yeah, and they ran and they saw what Micah was doing. So they counteracted everything that we were throwing at them. They knew. They studied the hell out of our game tape. And when a team is able to stop you, right, you have to have the personnel to do it, correct? Arizona clearly has the personnel to do it, and they did it. Now, you only lost by 3. Not to say that if Greg would have kicked that would have been a win, because that's not really true either. Because if you look at it mathematically, even though I'm not great at math, when you look at that mathematically, there could have been different scenarios. The Cowboys wouldn't have gone for 2 at a certain point. The Cardinals would have uh, scored another touchdown on this one. You never know. It really, you can't really say that it's all Greg's fault, right? You can't say that. Now, granted, you would like to say that because it was 3 points, but it is what it is. Now, do I think that Greg has been slumming? Definitely. Uh, do I want him out of here? Well, this is the thing. I don't think there's anybody out there that's better than him right now that's available. So I don't know. The play before the fumble wasn't in a delay of game. Yes, I talked about that in my video, in my last video. Um, I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe that play, uh, I think no, it was a play before that where was that the same play? I'm confused. I got to go back and look because it was one where D Law they try to say D Law was offsides, but I think it might have been that play because it was supposed to be a false start, and then we couldn't challenge the fumble because we didn't have the timeout because we had to use it earlier for something else that should have been called different. It just the whole thing was just a bunch of crock shit. But am I coming to the city if we win the Super Bowl? What to Los Angeles? I've never been out to Cali. Um, I probably won't go to the Super Bowl. I'll be honest with you. If somehow the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl, I'm not going to Cali. I'm going to go to Texas, and I'm going to party with the people that are still at Texas because I'm pretty sure they're going to do something at the stadium and stuff for the Super Bowl, right? And I'm pretty sure it'd be a big party in Texas. Now I could probably afford to do that, but I don't think I can afford to go to a Super Bowl. You know how much? Do you know how much? First of all, do you know how much hotel rooms are right now? Even if you book right now for the Super Bowl, and we don't even know who's playing in the jump yet. Ah, nah. I would love to go to the Super Bowl. Shit, if I had that bread, maybe when I get a new job, maybe I could afford it. But right now, I'm still trying to get back on my feet from my divorce. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's because with that and then COVID hitting, I just wish that like things could go back to normal so I could just get everything back on track. But 2022 gonna be a better year. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. You need to hit me up if you come to. Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna hit everybody. I'm probably gonna look. What I'll do is I'll do a live stream, let y'all know I'm there, and then y'all motherfuckers come to where I'm at, and then we could just party, pretty much. Um, I heard might host this year California on COVID. Now, wouldn't that be awesome, Richard? Because I know the Cowboy Stadium is a backup right now. So if they do come to AT&T Stadium, that would be even more reason to go. But again, Cowboys control their own destiny right now. You dropped a couple of games, but you look at the five. Let's go back and look at the 5 games that the Cowboys lost. Right? Um, no, they didn't move the Super Bowl to Dallas. Not yet. They didn't do that yet. They just said that Dallas is the backup, just in case that they can't do it in California. But that hasn't been. They haven't said yet that it's going to be moved to Texas. So, yeah. Say if we do get to the Super Bowl and win, would we come to the? You said would we come to the parade of die? Hell, yeah, I would be there, man. If I was shit, it wouldn't be nothing, man. I would call Mark and be like, "Fuck flying. We're just gonna drive to Texas. We're gonna take off a whole week. I'll take off a whole week from work. Let me tell you something. For that, I would drive 1,500 miles to Texas. You hear me? You hear me? You damn right. I'll be at the parade. I'll be all in there talking so, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be fun. Um, damn right we going to the parade. We all gonna be in there. All gonna be in there. So they didn't say that they were on the COVID list, Ross. They said illness. So this is why I kept saying, using the quotations, that are some of these teams that know they're going to the playoffs are just putting these guys on an illness list, not COVID, illness. Because again, go back and look at it. It doesn't say that they're on the COVID list. It says they are on. Um, Karen, why did you time him out? You didn't need to do that. They're not on the COVID list. They're on the illness list. So yeah. Yeah, so like I said, Dallas is a backup. So but either way though, if the Super Bowl still happens at SoFi, I'm pretty sure Texas is gonna be lit if the Cowboys are playing in the Super Bowl. So either or, whether the Super Bowl becomes a backup, whether the backup becomes there, um, North Texas still gonna be lit, regardless. That's all I'm saying. Um, I'm all right, Karen. All this COVID got you down. I'm sick, not sure what. Karen, get that test. Get that test. Take some Theraflu tonight. Take that nighttime Theraflu, drink a lot of water, knock that thing out. So, whoever's trying to convince Mark to make Jobu RV so he can go on the road and games and tailgate. Yeah, he's working on that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Y'all don't know how expensive it is to have an RV. Like the maintenance on an RV is that's why Mark be renting them because it's cheaper to rent it because you rent it, you have it, you just clean it out, and then you send it back to the owner when you're done with it. Like actually having one is I would never own an RV. Never. I don't have time for that maintenance. Right. Now I'm a car guy, so I'm the type of dude that like once I get my new place, I'll probably have like once I get back established, I'll probably have multiple cars because I love cars. Um Now granted my car got totaled, my main car got totaled, so now I gotta get a new main car. So but like you said, cars can be replaced. Thank God I'm here. That's all that matters. I'm gonna be scared playoff without Micah's playing in the playoffs. He's just not playing this weekend. This game really doesn't matter too much. But you want to beat the Eagles because you want to go ahead and sweep the rest of the division. You beat the Eagles on Saturday night. You've swept the whole division, the whole year. So that's pretty much the bragging rights you're gonna have. So outside of that, outside of you sweeping the division by beating the Eagles this week, nothing else matters. You're still gonna be in the playoffs. I don't really see a scenario where they go back into the second seed. I don't see a situation where that happens because a lot has to happen for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Um, oh, that's how I was like, why'd you time him out? You said you dropped your phone. I was like, oh damn. You said your granddad had an RV. Yeah, it is a headache. It's wonderful to have one. Like everybody wants to ride in the RV and hang out, but people don't understand the maintenance on that, and it ain't no joke. You talk about the bathroom part, like dumping the waste and the gas in that thing is ridiculous. Powering generators to get power to it when you're stopped. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's just a lot of maintenance. And then you talk about when stuff get messed up on it, then you got to get stuff fixed. It's like it ain't just like a regular car where you're like, oh, I'm gonna give me a starter or a water pump. Shit, imagine getting a water pump for that shit. And that thing has multiple batteries. I think it's like 4 or 5 batteries in it. Not to mention they have hydraulics because the thing lifts up and it lifts down. It goes down. So like not to mention how expensive the tires are. We're not even gonna get into all. It's a lot. It's a lot. Is Dak gonna play? Yes, he is. Dak has to play because whatever is off with him, they need to keep that momentum going. You don't want to drop that momentum out. Now, if there's a situation in the Eagles game where we're up by a lot of points, then yeah, they'll take him out and put Cooper Rush in there. But outside of that, Dak is gonna play. You think we can take Tampa Bay? Yes. Tampa Bay is not the same Tampa Bay that they were week one. They have injuries just like every other team. They don't have their full scale of people because Godwin's done for the year. Um, Antonio Brown is gone because that crazy stuff. But he can turn an old bus. I see them on Facebook a lot. Build it and want to make it easy for my career. Yeah, I mean, like again, it's a lot of work. If that's something that you want to do, you got you got to have a lot of time. If you're a person that doesn't have time, that's not something you want to invest in because it'd be a waste of money. It's crazy how Philly is feeling themselves, huh? But I do give them credit though. We can finally have someone to compete with. Yeah, look, see, Philly. Look, I guess you could say they earn their way where they are right now. Um, I got to give them that credit, but at the same time, they getting real cocky for no reason. Um, I just don't think that they're a good enough team to go far in this year's playoffs. Not this year. Antonio Brown throw. If somebody else signs him, I'm gonna be pissed because all that racket that you're making right now, right? He just needs to just go away and not play football ever again because he's just I'm done. I'm done with Antonio Brown as far as just in general. He don't need to play football no more. He need to get checked out for CTE. They need to figure out what's going on with his brother because there's something ain't right upstairs in his head. Something ain't right. Um, they they talking that Washington talk saying we won Dallas. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool because when everybody says they won Dallas, we gonna give it to them. Matter of fact, my neighbor over here, I was coming home tonight and I was outside and he was like, "You know what I can't stand?" He said, "What?" "I can't stand how your team just demolished my team." I said, "Well, y'all wasn't ready, so it is what it is." Welcome back, Gina. You just want to see Stephen A. and Shannon's face if we make it to the NFC. You know what they're gonna say, Ross? They're gonna be like, well, they made it, but they gonna get their butt whooped in the game. They're gonna continue to talk, right? The only way you're gonna shut Horseface up is if you win the Super Bowl. That's it. There, nothing more, nothing less. Um, you got to reestablish the run game. Yes, you got to get out there. You got to do what you need to do. I've said this so many times, so many times. Beat the brakes off of them. You hear me? Oh shoot! You said, oh, that hit in the playoffs against Cincinnati messed them up. Probably. Washington jinxed themselves bad. They need a new they need a new goddamn owner because Dan Snyder don't care about that team. He don't. I would love to see Elliott get 85 yards or more to reach 1,000, but Philadelphia will focus on him so he doesn't get it. Um, what is the thing, right? Big J, Fletcher Cox, and a lot of their heavy hitters up front are not playing. Um, Javon Hargrave might be playing, but I don't think Fletcher Cox is playing. Sweep the Sheagles. Let's get him out of there. Damn, Gina. And everybody's getting it right now, but I just tell people you just gotta stay safe and just take your regular cold meds because when you got COVID, I noticed that Theraflu works a lot too. Um, those of you that do take meds. Um, Washington is about to go bankrupt after the railing situation. Let me tell you something. The Admirals, the Washington Admirals, a guy Louis T was talking heavy about his Washington team, and now look, homie looks depressed now. So does Rio. Rio depressed too. Yeah, them third down situations, like it just was really weird. Um, but yeah, those of you guys that know, who's it? Teams aren't loading the box. Why can't we run? We run block. You know why? Because we're not running enough. Because, like I said, Kellen Moore is a pass happy guy, and that's how he was as a quarterback. That's how he was at Boise State. That's how his dad coaches. And that's just how he's always been. You're welcome, Jim. The Washington Pork Skins. Yo, y'all funny with these names, man. James coming in with another one. Another one. What do I think about the O line? Stop with the penalties. That's it. Stop with the penalties. And you'll be all right. Stop with the damn penalties. Y'all, make sure y'all get y'all J Elise T. We've been talking about this all season. It's a new year. Get your J Elise T. Get your It's the royalty. Y'all know about her products. Go on jleast.com and get your 6-pack, 8-pack, 12-pack. Get it, cause I'll be drinking. Mm-hmm. Yes, Gina, smash them likes, baby. Smash them likes. I'm trying to get back into the groove of um, talking to you guys on a normal basis. But y'all know I've been in grind time. Like I'm trying to set things up so I can get a new job and make more money so I can grow the channel. Like I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to get things straight so I can work on getting my new studio. Like it's a lot that I'm trying to do, but again, it's gonna take time. And when COVID hit, that stopped progress like a mug, and just it's just unfortunate, really unfortunate. Um, yeah, but Karen, you still got to live your life too. You still be as careful as you can. Make sure you wash your hands, sanitize. That's the best you can do. You know what I mean? Like, because even staying at home, you can get it. Because you never know where it's gonna come from or who sees you. The only way that's gonna work is if you stay at home and you ain't talking to nobody. Like you're not seeing anybody. It's just you. But nobody wants to live like that. You can't live like that. Um, the Washington Corruptors. I can't. I can't. You guys are hilarious. But I think the new name is going to be the Admirals, though. You know what I think? I don't know what I feel about that, dude. It ain't my team, so I ain't worried about it. Like, if the Cowboys ever had to change their name, like, what name would they be? Like, can you believe that our team was almost the Dallas Steers? Do y'all believe that? We were almost the Dallas Steers. Oh, thank you, Karen. I definitely appreciate you. Shout out to you. And you make sure you get better. You take your meds and feel better. Definitely prayers out to you, Karen. Definitely. John Jones, what up? Appreciate you, brother. Um, what was I gonna say? No, James. That no. Go back and look at the history, right? So when you go back and look at back when Tex Schramm had the game, had the team, when they first became the Dallas Cowboys, they were thinking of names, and one of the three names that they had was the Dallas Steers. We were almost the Dallas Steers. Just imagine if we were the Dallas Steers. That would have, boy, that'd have been crazy. Go check out Coach Greg Adams' channel. I think it'll motivate you even more. Some brother to brother info. Okay, cool. Check that out. Um, Dallas was the original Texans. Then that team moved to KC. So is that no really, Raymond? I thought the Dallas Texans were Kansas City, and then Kansas City moved to Kansas City, and then they became the Chiefs. I don't think Dallas Cowboys were ever the Texans. I think it was Kansas City that was the Texans. It wasn't us. Because remember, we're new compared to a lot of other teams. We just came in 1960, right? We came literally when the NFL first was starting to do their thing, right? So no, that wasn't us. That was Kansas City was the Texans, and then the Houston team took it over later on after they, did their thing. The Washington Foreskins. That's just disgusting. Laughing my ass off. Steers and queers. I know, right? They'd have been saying that all day. Yeah, so I looked up a lot of the NFL history and stuff like that. You guys could go on NFL throwbacks, NFL films, and stuff like that. They have a lot of videos on YouTube that um, talk about like the history of the NFL, the history of the stadiums. So you can know everybody knows that Soldier Field, the Chicago Bears, are the oldest stadium, pretty much 90 years old. And what makes them the oldest is pretty much the Soldier Field that we see right now is literally um, a renovated version of what it used to be back in the day. Yeah, yeah, Harold. Yeah, so it was Kansas City. It was never us. We were always the Dallas Cowboys. Thank God we weren't the Dallas Steers. No, Karen, we were never the Texans. We were always Cowboys. Kansas City was the Dallas Texans. And I know because I looked at it because I saw the video. Go on NFL throwbacks. Go look at the history of the stadiums. That whole go look at the whole it's like a 2 hour video. But look at the whole video, it'll show you, or you can fast forward to the Dallas part, it'll tell you, or Kansas City. It'll tell you that they were the Texans, not us. What up, Scott? No problem, James. Right. The Dallas Texans played in 1952, Raymond, but that was formerly Kansas City. That wasn't us. Dallas Cowboys didn't come into existence until 1960. We were never a team before 1960. That's why I said we're new compared to a lot of teams. We're new as shit. Because you look at the Eagles and Washington, they've been around since the 1930s. When in well before it was even the NFL, it was just championships. Off topic, who is more beautiful, Mary J. Blige, Alicia Keys? I choose Mary. Hmm. Mary can get it though. Mary is like Mary is like Auntie Bay. You know what I'm saying? Mary J. Blige is definitely Auntie Bay. What's up, Sugar Daddy? Gina said, "What's up, Sugar Daddy?" What up, Sugar Daddy? What it do, bro? Um, that's a whole nother franchise. Show is established since 1960. We've been the Cowboys since 1960. Nothing else. Dallas had the original Texans. I didn't mean the Cowboys. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Okay, I got you. I got you, right. Just like the Houston Oilers is really the Titans now, and the Houston Texans is another new franchise. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. We were born in 1960. We sure were. But again, that's what I was saying around that time when we were in our first existence of franchise back in the Tech Shram them days and things of that nature. We were literally um it was I forgot what the third name was, but one of the names was the Steers, and thank God that didn't stick. Jerry Jones better put Jimmy Johnson in the ring. I thought he did. He already did, Jay. He put him in this past year. Remember when Jimmy Johnson got into the Hall of Fame? Jerry Jones decided to put him in the Ring of Honor at the same time. Not so on Kellen Moore. Sometimes he's got that Garrett stank. So let me explain this. I'm gonna get to you in a second, Sky. Uh, percussion. I said that you probably just came in the chat, but I said this earlier in the chat that yes, Kellen Moore has since he learned a lot from Jason Garrett, right? He does have some Jason Garrett tendencies, but the only thing that he got from Jason Garrett is sometimes he could get um, a little too predictable, right? But that's just that part. Kellen's issue is Kellen is pass happy, right? Because that's how he was when he was a quarterback. That's how he was when he was there at Boise State. His dad's a coach. So he comes from a coaching tree of gunslingers. They don't like running the ball. So my biggest issue with him, he just has to learn to run the ball more. Once he does that, he'll be fine. Sky, you said, can we beat the Cardinals? Yes, we can. We just have to be on our A game and we have to study them like they studied us. The Houston Texans are a mistake. Hell yeah. Philly cream cheese, you mean, Jessica? Philly 500 just tried to handle Law Nation talking about they one ring to our own. Man, anybody thinking about no Philly 500 and anything he got to say. None of that. Hungry for the Ring of Honor ceremony? Yes. What up, Lola? Dak need to get with that offense. Boys at Dak Lab and go Cowboys. More callers on the last game. Look. Do I think Kellen's going to the Jags? No. No. No goddamn Jags. Who want to go to the Jags? Let me tell you something. If I was him, I would stay here until because look, let's be honest with you. Kellen Moore still has development to do, right? He's not complete. If I were him, I would just stay a coordinator for a while until I get really good at that and then go to being a head coach. Because what you don't want to do is get an opportunity to go somewhere and then you get put in a situation where you can't win. So if the Jags don't draft well or if they don't do what they need to do to get better players, I don't know what to tell you. What up, Shay? What's going on? Welcome in. Um, we best get on a winning streak now. Yeah, because you're gonna be one and done after that. If we go to Super Bowl, well, the Super Bowl is not gonna be in Dallas. It's gonna be in California. But if the Cowboys do go to SoFi Stadium in California, I will come to Texas. I will bet you that right now. If the Dallas Cowboys and you could quote me on this, if the Cowboys make it to the playoff, I mean make it to Super Bowl, because I ain't got the money to go to California. I could fade Texas. I can't fade California. I will go to Texas and I'll find somewhere to stay in Texas and I will go there. That's what I would do. Smelly 500 is whack. Yeah, Philly cream cheese. That's what I call them. Dallas and our Cowboys got this. They are on a mission. They are. You got to believe. Maybe if Jerry had Jimmy Hall right now, it'd be motivate our Cowboys. I mean, we don't need that to motivate us. I think our coaches need to. Again, we have a young team. We talked about that, right? We talked about our young team. They have to make sure that they are primed and ready to go. Everybody got to be disciplined. It takes discipline. It takes luck, a lot of luck. It ain't. I told y'all before. Going to the Super Bowl is not just about your skills. Sometimes you got to have a lot of luck going into a Super Bowl because a lot of stuff has to go your way. It's got to go your way. I want to be there to cheer you, Cowboys. I would love to go to California, but I'm gonna tell you right now, a hotel room anywhere in that Los Angeles or Inglewood area, You talk about first of all, Cali is expensive in general. Now Lola, Gina, I know Kid Mega is moving there soon. All of y'all that already live in California, y'all lucky because y'all can stay home and then just travel there, whether you're 2 hours, 3 hours away, however far away you are from SoFi. Y'all could just drive there. And I know California is huge, but like I said, you're much closer there than I am. So if I lived in California, oh yeah, I would just drive there. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, getting a plane ticket out there, one, and then trying to find a hotel for however long you're gonna be there, that shit might be north of like 1,500 a night for Super Bowl. I ain't no celebrity. I do not make that much money. Huh. Unbelievable. Can Quinn take care of the timeouts now? I don't think that's on Quinn. That's a McCarthy thing. Oh, okay, yeah, Gina, gotcha. Everything high in Cali, I'm good on that. Right. I'm just gonna go to Texas. Like I said, if they go to SoFi, I'm going to Texas because I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones is gonna try to capitalize on that, and he's gonna have some stuff at the Star. He's probably gonna have some stuff going on at the Stadium. It's probably gonna be mad vendors out there. It's gonna be mad stuff to do in North Texas during the Super Bowl, even though the Super Bowl is not there. You know what I mean? Like they might even do a showing at the stadium. Who knows? But I know it'll be lit, and I know I'll be there. Shit, I'll call Law Nation and Vosh Lombardi, and I'll hang out with them, and then we'll just do a fucking show like we doing a panel, like we're doing what you call it, like we on ESPN. We'll have our own ESPN. I will bring my table and I will set that thing up right in front of the stadium, right in front of that statue. Had that in the background. We be sitting there like we on ESPN. Who gonna stop me? Nobody. I'm E2 Blue. Shit. Y'all better know who I is. Welcome in, Tyler. Oh shit. Yes, Jessica, definitely. Now I was blessed enough. I never got it. But for those of you that have, I know you had Jessica. But it's good to see y'all, recover from it and still be here. Thank God for that. Um, that's funny. Oh, and before I forget, because I done messed around and started talking about some other stuff and completely forgot about it. Oh Lord, oh Lord. um, Michael Gallup. Um, Michael Gallup. Um, Everybody was talking about okay. Everybody was talking about okay. I know, right, Lola? KVG said, "Let me take care of that." Oh my god! But anyway, like I was saying, Michael Gallup. Now that he's done for the year, a lot of people were talking about whether or not he's able to come back to the Dallas Cowboys, right? Because now you have a torn ACL that's going to take all off season to heal. He's definitely not probably going to be in nobody's training camp next year. Well, the the summertime, you know what I mean. He probably won't play until close to the beginning of the season, maybe preseason. So, with that being said, Can the Cowboys talk to his agent right now? Because that's what I would be doing. Um, Hold on, Tyler. I'll get back to you in a second. Give me a second. Finish my statement. When can the Cowboys talk to his agent right now and say, "Hey, since your client is injured, I don't think that he's going to warrant a high contract for another team because you're not about to go to another team in crutches." That just doesn't happen. Can he come back to the Cowboys on a 1 year deal? Can they give him a 2 year deal? Can they give him a 3 year deal, adding up to 10 million, and can make 14 if he passes these different milestones, right? So what they can do is they can put in the contract he can get 10 million for 3 years, right? Put that in 3 years. Um, Put in the contract if he gets such and such amount, he can get up to 15 mil if he passes certain milestones, right? Basically, not being injured, practice bonuses, availability bonuses, all that. They can put whatever bonuses they want to do in there. And then they can present that to him. And I'm pretty sure he'll take that. Why? Because he likes this team. He loves his teammates. He really wants to be here. And he's not a selfish guy. I really don't see Michael Gallup like not wanting to be here. Did you see him smiling when he was with the trainer walking off the field? Did y'all see that? He was smiling. He don't want to go nowhere. And if it were me, and mind you, I played organized ball. If it were me, I would not want to go to another team and not know my situation there. I think Gallup will take what they offer him too. Yes, the Cowboys, I agree, and I said that before. I just believe that that's what it's going to be. I don't think they're going to take him out of that whole situation where he's going to go to another, because there's a lot of other guys that are free agents that are hired that are better than him, that are actually number ones and solid number twos, that will actually warrant another team to come get him. The agent gets 10%. Yes, in certain situations. Some agents get 10, some get 8, some get 15. It just depends on how you are with your agent. Let me go back to Tyler. I didn't forget about you, bro. And so if the Cardinals win and the 49ers win and the Cowboys win, will we play the Rams in the first round of play? I think that that's how that goes. I think so. I'm not 100% sure, Tyler, but I think that it might be the Rams. But as of right now, we're probably playing Arizona. But it's a toss up between Arizona and Rams. It's either one of those two. What up, Dana? What up, bro? Okay, Lo. But yeah, that's what we have with that. I really like what Gallup brings to the table, because I think if this is the thing about keeping Gallup, right? Because Amari Cooper has been in the league longer than all of them, right? On a wide receiver, he's the oldest one in the wide receiver corps. I think that by the time Amari is done, he more than likely will just retire, right? Because he's already been in the league 7 years now, and wide receivers, their shelf life can be iffy too. He has issues with his ankle and his uh, that foot issue that he got going on, that turf toe and all that. Um, is Amari Cooper sturdy enough, a guy that you want to keep on the roster forever? Now, granted, he is our solid number one right now, but he's still on the contract for another 2 years. So I believe. So now after this year, he has no more guarantees, but I think he has 2 more just regular seasons still left on the team. So you're not really worried about Cooper right now. But I think that if you somehow can keep Gallup, I think him and CeeDee Lamb are your future. And then at some point you can draft a stud to maybe be that number one or be another three-way wide receiver core once Amari Cooper is gone and retired. Because that once CeeDee Lamb's contract is up, because they're going to give him the 5th year option anyway. And he's only 2 years in. So he's got time. You're not gonna have to pay him. But by the time you pay him, that salary cap is gonna be well above two something mil. So right now, I think it's gonna be 205 for next year. So it's you're gonna have a lot of money in free agency. So you're gonna be able to sign these players and do what you need to do. Period. Um, you've been a Cowboys fan since you were in high school. That's what's up. I've been all my life. I guess since I was three. That's because I have a shirt. Um, Trade Dak for Wilson. Why make a goofball comment like that? Who said that shit? I must have missed that. Don't nobody want no goddamn Wilson. CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup benefit from Amari Cooper. They do. They do. Um, because to be honest with you, CD can be a number one at some point in time, but not yet. He's not there yet. You're still gonna need a number one in front of those guys. Newsflash, that cannot be traded. Sure can't. Um, I wasn't even watching basketball. I was watching my favorite show, Chicago PD. I always love to watch that every Thursday. But then I forgot I got Hulu. I could watch it. I could binge watch it. Well, by Wilson's experience, he has made and deep in the playoffs. And if Dak doesn't prove himself this year, then it should definitely be considered. I don't think it should be considered. Um, you got to understand that, like when Wilson, that was back when they had that Legion of Boom defense. We told you defense wins championships, right? That wasn't all Wilson's doing. You got to understand that football is a team sport, and that was not all on Wilson's back. Trust and believe that. Um, what up, David Jenkins? How many players we got out with COVID? I think like four. The other guys are just on an illness list. They're not. They don't have COVID. They're just illness. Which, like I was saying earlier in the live stream, that I think that's just a bullshit list just to not play guys and save them for the playoffs. I think that's what that was. Yeah, and Wilson been in the league a little longer than Dak. So like, I just feel like Dak is your guy, right? Dak is your franchise guy. He knows his team. He knows these wide receivers. Why mess that up? Why? Um, I don't think there's nothing wrong with Dak Prescott. I think that yeah, it is a new episode. I think that I love Chicago PD and Fire as well too. But I just think that Dak just I think that it's a lot of pressure on him right now. I just think that's what it is. It's a lot of pressure. He got all that money. So you gotta understand, these players may think these players are so strong and stuff don't affect them. This shit affects them. You gotta understand they're in their 20s. Think about where your mindset was in your 20s. Imagine you making millions of dollars and everybody is criticizing you every freaking week about your playing, about how much money you make. Just imagine you working your regular job and you got coworkers coming in there saying every day, "Oh, such and such don't need to make this money because blase blase he or she don't come in on time. They don't do this. They don't do that." Imagine getting criticized about your job every fucking day. This is what these players go through every day. Imagine how annoying that shit is. Imagine being a player. Wouldn't you want to punch the shit out of an annoying ass fan? For like, motherfucker, you can't even play football. You can't do what I could do. Nobody in this chat right now can do what Dak Prescott can do. Period. So who am I to judge anybody and their worth as far as money? I'm not gonna tell a grown man what he's worth. What the hell type of person would I be? Come on now. Let's keep that 100. I mean, the way some of this fan base complains, it almost makes it feel like we're the Lions or something. Like we ain't never won a game or something. Like we ain't got 11 wins on the board and going to the playoffs. Just going to the playoffs gives your team a chance to do something. Period. This is what Dak's second time going to the playoffs since he's been in the league. He had Jason Garrett before this. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: Cowboys would have made it to the had we had Mike McCarthy as a coach, Dak's rookie year, we would have made it much farther in the playoffs. Because let's keep it 100. That coaching staff that we had before was lame duck as fuck. Lame duck as fuck. I like that. They were lame duck, and they were not able to take this team where they need to go. There's no reason why we were 13-3 and just fell the fuck flat like that. That part. So at the end of the day, is Dak elite? No. Is Dak a damn good quarterback? Yes. Nobody's saying that he's elite, but you're talking about a guy that was a fourth round pick, picked 130, what, fifth, 134th in the fourth round of the 2016 playoffs, and no other quarterback in his class is even still on their same team. Zero. Zero quarterbacks. How many quarterbacks were picked ahead of Dak in 2016? 7. Get the fuck, get out of here. Now, you look at those numbers: 32 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 4,000 some odd yards. Does that sound like a bad year to you for a guy that came back from breaking his fucking ankle? Let me tell you something. If any of us broke our ankle like that, we would probably be like, shit, I don't think I'm playing football ever again. Because you got to understand the mental of that. The mental of that. Imagine getting tackled like that. And I know we don't want to go back and see that play because it make you cringe when you watch the ankle twist like that. But imagine that happening to you. Would you come back and play football again? Shit, probably not. But for him to come back and have the mental capacity to come back and quarterback, do y'all know how big these defensive linemen are? These mofos are big coming at quarterbacks. I couldn't play quarterback. I could not. I could not. I could not play quarterback. You talking about when that pocket crashed down on you? What you gonna do? Shit, y'all would hate me if I was a quarterback. I get sacked every play. Shit, fuck that. They coming. That's some scary shit. Says, imagine Aaron Donald coming at you every play. Man, fuck out of here. Big Indomicon suit. These big bastards coming at you. You be running too. We should have kept John Kitna. Hell yeah. I love when John Kitna was right there helping Dak Prescott out. That was a wonderful thing. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. We're gonna run the ball with a fresh Zeke and Pollard, and Dak will pick his spots all the way to the bowl. That's right, Landry Schiff. Um, but again, but again, Dak has qualities that a lot of quarterbacks don't have. Would you want an Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers is a cocky son of a. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. It's just something about him. He don't seem like a team player to me. I'd rather have Dak because I like my quarterback to be well versed. I like my quarterback to be balanced. I like my quarterback to be a true leader. I like my quarterback to not do stupid stuff that hurts the team. How about that? Can we do that? No, but because I was talking about that, the salary cap went up. There's gonna be money. Don't worry about that. Cowboys gonna find a way to get some money. especially because that salary cap just went up. Randy ain't going nowhere. Trust and believe that. They, you think they gonna let Randy, bruh? You think they gonna let Randy Gregory go after all that effort that Jerry put into him? Randy is not going anywhere, bruh. Don't even worry about that. We all like our quarterbacks to be a winner, but minus Tom Brady, every quarterback loses. All right, no quarterback is perfect. Like I think everybody looks at Tom Brady and just think that shit is normal. What Tom Brady has done is a once in a lifetime thing. No other quarterback in the history of the NFL has won that many goddamn Super Bowls. Tom Brady is the GOAT for a reason. It is what it is. I don't know if somehow he just it is what it is. It is what it is. So, you know, and I'm not telling you how to feel. You can hate Dak if you want to. That's on you. If you want to hate Dak, go ahead. But I'm just saying why. I just want to know why. Are you listening to what the talking heads are saying about him? Because there's nothing wrong with Dak. There's nothing wrong with Dak that other quarterbacks in the league have not gone through or are not going through. Understand that. Yeah, refs do favor Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. They do. Because the refs believe that they're the best quarterbacks in the league, which pretty much is true. But it is what it is. It just is what it is. You know, when you start when you become a winner, everybody's going to treat you different, right? So I just don't think that Dak Prescott's going to get his. Unfortunately, he's not going to get his respect until he wins the Super Bowl. So it's imperative for us to get our shit together. Whether not this year or next year, we got to get our shit together because we have to make sure that we counteract the BS because nothing shuts up a hater more than winning. Time to play in some NFC Championship games. Definitely, it starts there. It does. It really does. You got to see we got to get there. Nice because we see Dak only play good against trash teams. When it comes to big games, just but Jason, I hear you. I hear you. But is that all Dak's fault? Is Dak playing the game by himself? And I can flip this. When Pat Mahomes and Wilson won the Super Bowl, did they do it on their backs? No. Both of them had amazing defenses that year that helped carry them through. I'm saying, you see where I'm going? Defense, Cowboys defense is great this year. If our defense plays top notch and Dak just comes in and just does what he needs to do and not turn the ball over and score what he needs to score, we can win the Super Bowl too. And it don't have to be on Dak's back. I never said that Dak was elite. Now, can Dak be elite someday? Yes, he can. He can. Dak still is learning. Dak is 27 years old. He's been in the league. What? This is his sixth season, sixth season. Dak is still learning. He hasn't hit his peak yet, and that's the thing. We're judging him and putting him in a category based on Tom Brady, and Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady are not going to get any better. They're where they are. They're done. Their career. Both of them could retire this year. But Dak is still moving up. He's in that second tier of guys right under those top guys. That's where I put Dak. Now, you put his leadership and everything, yeah, them losing and not look, that's a team thing. I put some of that on Kellen Moore as well. Kellen Moore, and I've said this all goddamn live stream, and I've said this all year last year in 2021. I said that Kellen Moore has to not be like how Jason Garrett was and be predictable. He has to switch things up. Kellen Moore don't like to run. We have runners. Run the damn ball. Run it. That's it. Greg DeLay needs to just go because he's cost of this games. And I agree that Greg is not what we thought he was. Greg is on a downstroke, whatever the situation is. I don't know what's going on with Greg. I can't disagree with you with that. But I will say, Jason, and I said this earlier in the chat too. What are we gonna do, Jason? Jason, who else are we gonna bring in? At this point in the season, it's the end of the season. You're going into the playoffs. You can't drop him for anybody else. Where are you gonna go? There's nobody else out there that's better than Greg that's gonna come in and do that. So it is what it is. I'm off my pedestal. I dropped the mic. Now, okay, Terry, if that's the case, if they want to cut him after the year, cool. Find another kicker and bring Kai Forbath back next year if he's not playing for another team. Get some guys, and I think where they messed up with Greg was they didn't allow him to kick during that time when he was coming back from his surgery. Because y'all do know that he had back surgery. So I not trying to make excuses for him, but some of that could be the reason why he's missing some of those kicks. But whatever the reason is, it's not helping the Cowboys. But you know, there's nothing we can do about Greg right now. We got to ride with him because this is what we got. That's the only downside to that. Yeah, no, I got you, Jason. I got you. You said you hope they took my advice and got some Chinese food and figured some stuff out on offense. They need to. That whole offensive staff, even Ben McAdoo asked, bring all of them in there, go get some Chinese food, just get a whole buffet of Chinese food, sit in there, talk about it, figure out what they're gonna do, go through the tape of the whole year and see where we fucked up at, all the missed opportunities we had. You can scheme Amari Cooper open because Amari Cooper knows all the route trees on offense. You can put him in the slot because there's no reason why you cannot have him as dynamic. Look at what Green Bay does with Devontae Adams. They could do the same thing with Amari Cooper. There's no excuse for that. Bring back Cobra Kai. I agree. Um, Kickers are going to miss field goals, but extra points are killers. They are definitely. Now I'm gonna need. Now I'm gonna need Greg to get his shit together. Yeah, he did. Later, you two got a super early start. Appreciate you, Shota. Uh, Next time, appreciate you coming in, Martin. Yeah, Greg did have back surgery. He had back surgery in the off season, right before training camp. So yeah, you're right. There's nothing we can do, unfortunately. It's just one of those things that it just flows like that. You know what I mean? Like um, it could be worse. There's teams that has worse kickers than us. Like we just look at the Cowboys, right? But we don't see the troubles that other teams have, right? There's other teams that are way unfortunate, way more unfortunate than what we got going on. We're still in a situation where we control our own destiny right now. So I just feel like we just need to just support this team and do what CD Lamb says. When they come out there and they see us fans out there and they see how loud we are, that gets them hyped. They love to see that. We have to continue to support this team no matter what. Yes, I understand the frustration. I agree with you guys, but as a vlogger, as a YouTuber, I have to think outside the box. I wish I could just sit and be a homer like some of you guys. I wish I could. I really wish I could. But it's my job and duty as a YouTuber to make sure that I talk about the things that sometimes are hard to talk about. I have to get to a point where I'm not I have to take my feelings out of the Cowboys sometimes. I have to think of this as like a job sometimes. You know what I mean? Because this is work. Having a YouTube channel is hard work. Coming up with this content, being able to portray it to you guys. And a lot of this stuff, I don't write notes. I remember a lot of stuff on top. But when I do write notes, I is for number purposes because I don't remember a lot of numbers, so I have to write those down. But when I bring you guys this content, I'm coming to you 100. I'm coming to you real. It's no BS when y'all hear me talk. Like I don't make excuses for nobody. Yes, I love the Dallas Cowboys, but I also have to be um sensible when I talk. I have to come in and I have to think outside of the box. I can't just be a Homer fan like I used to be. I can't. I can't because this is like a job for me. So I have to make sure that I come to you guys and bring something to the table that maybe you didn't think about. You know what I mean? Um, and that's where the energy comes from. Terrence Jones, welcome, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Um, we can never get two things that go together. You got ham and no burger. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Um, appreciate it, Terrence. I just feel so. Yeah, wide receivers dropping passes. Dak has to clean up those things. Well, Dak knows what he's got to clean up. Wide receivers got to catch the ball. They got to run better routes. Appreciate that, James. I have come a long way. I remember when I first started doing this, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But now I'm at a point where I'm. Although I did lose my man cave because I lost my home, but once I get a new home and I get a new studio set up, things that the channel will be able to grow more again. I'll be able to get back and do the things I need to do again. But right now, I'm just trying to do the best I can to provide you guys with this content. Because at the end of the day, I love my team. I love all of the subscribers that support me. I appreciate all of my subscribers. I appreciate all my moderators. I appreciate all of my day ones. Y'all know who y'all are. And of course, my channel members as well. Soon as the off season comes, we're gonna start. I'm gonna get back to doing these private live streams because I miss doing those, and I think that there's a lot to talk about as far as on a personal tip. So those of you guys that are not channel members and don't know what I've done in private live streams before, basically what happens in a private live stream stays in a private live stream. We talk more personal. It's not about football. It's about life. We talk about, you know, y'all get to know more about me. I get to know more about y'all because y'all know a lot about me, right? It's more so me trying to understand you guys. And if you got something on your mental that's hurting you and you just want to just vent, that's what it's for. And that's what we do in the private live stream. And all those conversations stay there because we're a family. Just like we're a Cowboys family, we're a family. And even those of you that follow me that are not Cowboy fans, you're welcome to join the private live streams too because it's not about football. It's just about family. It's about people coming together and showing love, and that means more to me than anything. Um, uh, Again, everybody, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, right? Everybody's not gonna like me, and I understand that because everybody likes certain things, right? Some people might not like my channel. They might like you might like Mark better than me. You might like Law Nation better. You might like Vosh Lombardi or Dallas Cowboys 1970. There's so many different other YouTubers out here as well, and it's a lot of us. So I think Cowboy YouTubers we dominate the YouTube industry when it comes to supporting a one particular team. So Karen, definitely appreciate you too. I hope you get better. Prayers up for you, definitely. Me too. Always appreciate your talking time, life. Gotta go in for now. All right, Big J, appreciate you. I'm getting ready to head on out as well. I just wanted to show my support for you guys and thank you. Thank everybody that is here. Because it means a lot that you guys are here, supporting my channel. Um, oh yeah, and again, happy New Year because I haven't really talked to you guys since the New Year started. We're in a whole new year. Let's hope and pray for some better positive times in 2022. Can we finally get over this COVID and get to some type of normalcy at some point? Can we? I don't know. We'll see. But let's make the best of it. Just make sure that you guys stay safe. Make sure y'all up on y'all meds. Take y'all vitamins because it's imperative that you do that. Um, and um, and everything. So much love to our team. I'll be doing my video for the Philadelphia Eagles this weekend before the game because remember the game is Saturday night because it got switched from Sunday to Saturday. So they're gonna be playing it at 8 o'clock on Saturday. So I don't know why they moved it, but whatever the reason is, let's go in here, play the Eagles. The game really not going to mean much, but we still going to watch our Cowboys play, and let's get ready for the playoffs. Let's do that. How about that? Well, for starters, Harry should always support your quarterback. I mean, he did come back. You know what I'm saying? Yep, he sure did. Um, say your prayers, eat your vitamins. That's it. Thanks again, everybody coming into the chat. Appreciate you guys coming in tonight. Love you all. Um, and in the meantime, between time, y'all have a great evening. Peace out.